Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. In this video I'm going to explore some of the latest fragrance releases this year, the latest ones. I want to explore several of them. I have quite a few here, some of the hot new releases from some of the most fascinating fragrance houses, and most of them are quite buzzed about. So I cannot wait to share my thoughts with you on these new latest releases. So one of the ones that I'm super excited about is right here, you guys. I got so excited when I received this in the mail from one of my most adored, loved fragrance houses in the world. You guys know, if you watch my channel, how many of the fragrances from this fragrance house I have and how much I adore them. You guessed it, it's none other than M.MIcallef Fragrance House, and I have in my hands, you guys, their latest perfume release. I got this now several weeks ago actually, and I have been dying to share it with you guys. I had to wait till the release date to share with you guys this perfume, because otherwise you will go to buy it and it wouldn't be available, you know. But I have had this for a while now, and I have worn it, and I have quite a few thoughts to share with you guys. So I'm very excited to introduce to you M.MIcallef's latest perfume release from their newest fragrance line, which is Stories of Love. You guys are familiar with Secrets of Love, from which I have several amazing fragrances. I love that line. So this is Stories of Love, and the perfume is, drum roll please, Soleil Passion. You guys, it means sun passion, or passion of the sun. So do you see this beautiful bottle? It's very similar to the Secrets of Love collection, and you get this beautiful little charm, sun charm right there in the shape of a sun. It's like a little cute little bracelet, which I'm sure you can wear it, and it's just really pretty. I really love these bottles. These are all handmade, you guys, these bottles. With this fragrance, you do not need blotter cards. You don't want to spray it on blotter cards. I'm not spraying my Mmicallefs on blotter cards. You don't also need to spray it to sniff it. You can sniff it right from the atomizer. It's quite strong, the scent. So let me, you guys, I love it. I have been wearing this. There's something very, you know what, just to please you, I will wear it, and you know, it's my scent of the day anyway. You guys, here's the thing. Now you guys can really put my fragrance nose knowledge to the test. I'm not really sure which perfume notes they're going to reveal. Actually, at the moment, as I'm filming this video, this fragrance is not even on M.MIcallef's website. It is, but none of the fragrance notes are published. It's not on Fragrantica. It's nowhere. No one has talked about this fragrance. No one has this fragrance. This is going to be the first review you see on this fragrance on YouTube. No one has reviewed this fragrance. So you will hear about this fragrance here on my channel first. And no, the notes are nowhere to be found. So I'm going to be guessing all the notes. Now let's put my fragrance knowledge and my nose right to the test. This one is very kind of fresh. There's something fresh, like a minty freshness in the opening especially. And there are some beautiful zesty notes in the opening with that minty freshness. There is some kind of citrus. I'm going to guess that it's either grapefruit or orange. I want to say maybe a little bit of bergamot. And you guys, there are some beautiful florals in here that are probably white florals. I believe I smell jasmine, some orange blossom, maybe some neroli. So beautiful. This is a very, like a fresh, a very sexy but fresh fragrance. There's nothing like this in my collection because this is a very kind of herbal freshness, if you can even wrap your head around that. It's got a sort of like an herbal zesty freshness in the opening, and it has in the middle these beautiful white florals that I can smell. I feel jasmine, orange blossom, neroli. Do I smell lily of the valley? No, I think it's more like neroli, jasmine, orange blossom type of white florals. Now, hear me out. I don't know any of the fragrance notes in this fragrance. It is nowhere published online as of right now. You know, a day before it launches, which is Thursday, September 1st. So as I'm filming this in the end of August, I have no idea what the perfume notes are. They didn't let me know. It's nowhere. It's not on the box. It's not on Fragrantica. It's nowhere. So I'm guessing this completely. And you guys, I smell some beautiful woody notes in the base. I want to say there's a little bit of sandalwood, but there's maybe one or two other woody notes. So if you are into fresh but sexy fragrances with an herbally sexy undertone, this is really for you. And the dry down, you guys, that zestiness, that herbally sexiness is there entirely throughout the fragrance's lifetime to the dry down. Yeah, I smell some gorgeous white florals, some very subtle woody notes. They're not very strong front and center. I am not smelling any patchouli. I don't know if there's patchouli in here. If there is, it's very hard to detect. Very hard to detect. I don't think so. I almost feel like there's something, you know, like that saltiness in the sultry fragrances that you get, you know, like, for example, Dubimar from Christian Louboutin, right? How it has like that slight saltiness that complements the white floral tuberose so well. I feel like this has a little bit of that. You guys, this is a very sort of a solar fragrance, you know? I can see why this is called Soleil Passion, because it reminds me, it's very sunny. It's like one of those fragrances that make you want to go to the beach, you know, on a bright sunny day. That sort of fragrance. It's got like these solar notes. I can tell it has solar notes. It's very bright and sunny. Like I said, you know, I feel like there's a slight bit of saltiness in there, which you tend to get in these sort of like, you know, summer fragrances with this like brightness, you know, this like sort of beachy vibes, you know. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of a bright sunny day. It's just like an herbally sexiness to it, but it's very like, it's got solar notes and it's got that sort of like beautiful like solar floral notes, and then it's got that sort of salty kind of like undertones and that beautiful zestiness, like sunny, you know, freshness. Yeah, it's definitely like a solar type of bright summer kind of fragrance. It's quite a fresh, lovely, sexily herbally, but sweet, sort of sweet too, slightly, very slightly beautiful fragrance. So you guys, this is completely my nose looking for fragrance notes in here. This is so well blended, so it's super, super hard to tell the notes apart, which is the case with all the Mmicallef fragrances. It's not easy to tell because the fragrances are very, very well blended. So I'm very curious to know what the notes are when the notes are finally published. But you guys, this is quite a strong fragrance. By the way, I really have to mention the performance of this fragrance. I have worn this now several times. I've had it, like I said, a couple of weeks, right? So this is quite the long lasting fragrance. I gotta say that's the case with a lot of the Mmicallef fragrances, you guys. I mean, this one is like 8 hours plus on my skin, and on clothes, forget about it. It's there until you wash them. And even after that, you can maybe slightly smell it a little bit. This is very, very long lasting. It's got a nice scent trail, a very lovely, nice scent trail. And it projects quite nicely. The scent bubble is quite big, I would say. I mean, if you're in the same room with the person and you're in one, you know, corner of the room and you're slightly in the, you know, towards the other corner of the room, you should still be able to smell this. There's a quite nice projection, at least on me anyway. And my husband loves this because he thinks he loves that freshness that is kind of, you know, it's still sexy, but it's fresh. You know, he likes that about this fragrance. By the way, this one easily can be a unisex fragrance. You know, this can be worn by women and men depending on who's wearing it. You know, the skin chemistry of women is different from the guys. Like when I spray the same perfume on me, it smells different. I tend to pull different notes than my husband. When I spray this on him, it smells very fresh in a masculine way. When I spray it on me, that herbally sexiness comes through more. The sweetness comes through a little bit more, and it's like it leans feminine on me, you know. So it's one of those fragrances that really can make women and men both smell amazing. I can't stop smelling it. I really, really love it. I'm gonna spray it one more time on my, it's gonna be my fragrance of the day. So I had to spray it here as well. I don't have to spray much. Honestly, I probably just oversprayed it. You just need like 2 spritzes behind your ears and you're good to go. And if you want to spray it on your clothes, make sure, you know, just spray it on your clothes just like once and it'll be there the entire day. Yeah, I just love that opening with that herbally sort of minty freshness that is different. I don't have in a lot of the fragrances in my collection. So you guys, this one is launching. So when this video goes up on September 1st, this is available on the M.MIcallef website only, exclusively on the M.MIcallef website. You can't buy it anywhere else. And of course, I have my discount code for you guys. Go down to the description box. There is a nice discount code for you guys. My regular discount code with M.MIcallef that I have. You can definitely make use of it. You can take a good amount of money off of your order. And I believe they're offering free shipping to the US on orders over 170 US dollars. They already do have free shipping in the European Union, if I'm not mistaken. So this is Soleil Passion by M.MIcallef. So now I have another very highly anticipated fragrance release that you guys have all been waiting for a long time, and many of you have already asked me if I'm going to review this, and when you asked me that, I had already ordered it and it was on the way to me. This is of course YSL Libre Le Parfum. You guys, this one is, many of you have been waiting for my thoughts on this one. Oh my goodness. So here is the bottle. It is the typical YSL Libre bottle. It's not different from the original or the Intense, the other flanker. Now I already have my scent of the day on my beautiful M.MIcallef fragrance, so I'm not going to spray this on me, but this puppy doesn't need spraying anyway. It's beast mode, as in it's quite nice. The performance, the projection, the sillage, lasting power, everything excellent. So let me start with that. I can smell it right here, right there. You guys, oh, this is so good. I have to say, spoiler alert, before I even get into fragrance notes, this is my favorite. Let me just get it out of the way right now. This is my favorite out of all the Libre fragrances that they have released so far. So let me start with that. I mean, come on, look at that juice color. You already know this is going to be quite sexy and ambery and warm, you guys. Oh, this fragrance is all about that massive, massive, massive amount of vanilla that's in here. And of course, that beautiful lavender that really, really work well with the vanilla. You know, that's a combination of fragrance notes that I've come to really adore. Vanilla and lavender together, match made in heaven, you guys. Who thought, right? I mean, you guys know the Guerlain Mon Parfum Intense. This is along the same lines as that fragrance, but this one is different. Yes, it's worth having both, trust me. This is along the same lines, but they're in no way that like closely similar. They're not dupes, but this is scent different. This scent profile is different from that one. You guys, this is so beautiful. It's heavy in vanilla. That gorgeous lavender is there. It's quite warm and it's sweet. It has that very aromatic nature. It's an aromatic fragrance. Well, duh, there's lavender in it, right? Anything with lavender tends to be quite aromatic. This has got a really beautiful sweetness. Like I said, it's a sweet fragrance from, guess what? That gorgeous syrupy honey that's in this fragrance. This has got beautiful white florals. It's quite lovely with woodiness. You guys, this opens with the most beautiful kind of sweet mandarin note. You know, it's mandarin orange is like the best one for this because it's a sweet fragrance. Mandarin orange is a better citrus for this type of fragrances than others. Well, there is a little bit of bergamot in it, but it's that mandarin orange that really complements the honey in the base and all that. There's a little bit of a zing from ginger. Every time there's ginger, especially mixed with mandarin orange, it's so good. This has lavender, a beautiful herbally aromatic lavender. You guys know YSL Libre is all about that lavender, you know, and then vanilla, but you guys, this one is a lot more sexy, sultry, deep and warm and dark and sexy than the original or the Intense, you know. It's like really intoxicating. It's a beautiful fragrance. When I first sprayed this on, I was just like, oh, you know, and my husband, I was on the couch with him and I wore this at nighttime. I tend to wear my sexy lavender vanilla based fragrances at nighttime when we have like that date night in kind of nights. And he was like, he could smell me like feet away, and as I was approaching him, he was like, wow, you smell sexy. So yeah, they love that, you know, lavender in fragrances, you know. Lavender is one of the fragrances that guys find very, very nice. So yeah, there's that beautiful, 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 like herbally sort of sexiness. See what I'm talking about? Herbal notes can be very, very sexy, you guys. That sexiness that lavender gives. And this has also orange blossom, which really goes well with the whole composition. And then there's that massive, massive, massive dose of vanilla. There's tonka bean in here, darkening it up with the vanilla. And I'm almost very positive this has amber, whether that note is revealed or not. There's amber. I mean, come on, look at the juice, okay? There's amber in this fragrance. And there's that beautiful pot of honey in the base, you know, that adds that gorgeous syrupy sweetness to this perfume. There's a slight hint of earthiness from that vetiver, but that's just accentuates the base notes, you know. Absolutely stunning, you know, absolutely stunning, you guys. This one right here, absolutely gorgeous too. And this one, these two were some of the best ones, that new releases that I got in my hands. 100% absolutely approve this one. I would say if you're pondering whether to get the original, the Untones, or this one, get this one. Get this one. Yes, this is the one for you. If you want to be all sexy and sultry at nighttime, going out, you guys, you can wear this to go out too. I mean, this is definitely a nighttime fragrance. I would say this is a fragrance you can wear all year round at nighttime. And I would say this would be perfect in the colder months as well that we're moving into right now, on a cozy autumn night, fall night, on a Netflix date with your husband on the couch, or your significant other, whomever that is. Yes. YSL Libre Le Parfum. So next I have another design, new release. It's actually a flanker to an original that they already released. They have the original and several of the flankers. So this is from the house of Carolina Herrera, and this is none other than Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl Glam. So you guys, this is a flanker to the Good Girl line. So you guys know there are many, like there's the original Good Girl, there's the Very Good Girl, and there's many different variations of Very Good Girl. So this is the latest one. So here is what the bottle looks like. Actually, I thought I was ordering the 100 ml, and after it arrived I realized it's actually the 50 ml, I think this is. So yeah, it's that sexy shoe, but it's not usually in the bigger one. You can spray right there. There's usually an atomizer there, but this is actually the smaller size, so I had to pull this off, and there is the spray right there. So I'm going to, I can actually smell this one right from the atomizer too, but I'm going to spray this one on a blotter card just so that I get a bigger whiff of it. So here we go. Now this one, you guys, is a cherry fragrance. You guys know how I collect my cherry fragrances. I love them. It seems like it's been a very like cherry fall, you guys. Like pre-fall releases have all been about cherry fragrances. There's the Kayali, you know, Love Fest cherry, you know, fragrance, and then there's this one, and there's the Nuit Tresor Intense, which is a cherry fragrance, which I, by the way, have right here to show you. So this is a super very cherry dominant fragrance. This is, you can smell the cherry, but you smell a lot of sweet fruitiness with it, like other fruitiness, not just cherry. So this is a very cherry dominant fragrance, but however, I also smell cherry blossom. I don't know if that note has been revealed or not. I don't think so, but I smell cherry blossom too. This has a very cherry blossomy-ness to it. Yeah, there's sour cherry, I think, in here, but I also smell other kind of fruitiness, not just cherry fruitiness. It's very sweet, as cherry fragrances tend to be, but I will just say the cherry in here isn't just cherry, also cherry blossom. There's something very floral about it, very cherry blossomy about it. In the opening especially, I can definitely smell that bitter almond in here. Beautiful rose note, really complement the cherry note and the cherry blossom. The massive dose of vanilla in the base is just to die for. Slight bit of earthiness, but yes, very much a cherry blossom kind of very feminine smelling fragrance. Absolutely love it. You can now wear this. This is like the weird part about this. This is a fragrance because of the cherry blossom kind of scent in it. This is something you can wear pretty much all year round, honestly. I would say mainly I would tend to wear this fragrance in the winter not really fall per se. It's not very deep. It's not very, you know, ambery. It's not very like one of those balsamic fragrances that are perfect for fall. I would say I would love to wear this starting in late winter, like in January, February, into the spring. That would be the best time for this. This is a day or nighttime fragrance. It doesn't matter. I would say mainly nighttime. It's nice for like to go out, you know, to dinner, to a dinner date, that sort of fragrance. Yeah, this one is Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl Glam. So next I have a very luxury niche fragrance from a very prestigious niche fragrance house that has been around for like 100 years, you guys. Of course, it's a Krigler fragrance. This is the latest perfume release from the house of Krigler. It is Voyage au Paradis, you guys. This one is the latest fragrance release. I did talk about this one already in a haul video, but I wanted to show it to you again in this video because we're exploring new releases. So yeah, this one, you guys, is a very fresh, I'm not gonna spray this, I don't need to. It's a very fresh summertime fragrance that is quite different from what I imagined it would be. And this one has like a beautiful fresh zesty opening with that bergamot and orange, you know. It's got a little bit of like sweet zesty opening, and then it has a beautiful like yellow white floral middle with jasmine and osmanthus. You guys know osmanthus is a yellow floral that kind of smells, that has honey nuances, has a little bit of like apricot honey kind of nuances, right? That's what osmanthus is. You guys are familiar with the Kilian Good Girl Gone Bad. That's what many people know about, and that one has osmanthus, just to give you an idea. So this has a massive dose of musk, you guys, which makes it very like, you know, very edgy, you know, sort of sexy, even though it's a fresh fragrance for the most part. This also has frangipani, although I will tell you though, one small disappointment for me with this fragrance is that frangipani that I absolutely adore. I love frangipani. You guys know it's my favorite yellow floral note. I wish it had been a little bit more prominent than the osmanthus. I feel like osmanthus kind of took over the other floral notes. Unfortunately, osmanthus isn't my like #1 diehard love. You know, I don't mind osmanthus, but frangipani I diehard love. I wish frangipani outplayed the osmanthus note a little bit more, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful fragrance. Krigler, House of Krigler doesn't make any fails, I tell you that much. This has a little bit of like that sort of, I'm not gonna say licorice per se, but have you ever had caraway seeds? Like, have you ever eaten it? Have you smelled it? You know, that sort of, I don't know, like licorice-y thing that caraway seeds have. That's in here because there are caraway seeds in here. Absolutely beautiful, you guys. I love it. It's actually Voyage au Paradis 56 is the full name of the fragrance. Beautiful, but it's not what I expected. I thought it would be more strong in frangipani, and it would be a little bit more very kind of like tropical yellow florally and strong in frangipani, but osmanthus is the more prominent floral in here. But it's still nonetheless beautiful fragrance, very fresh floral fragrance for summertime, and it lasts quite nicely. But you know, I'm not gonna call it beast mode. Nice scent trail, but the projection isn't that strong. Yeah, this is Voyage au Paradis by Krigler. Next one is, I've already hauled this in a haul video and reviewed it for you, so I'm not gonna stay here for very long, but it is nonetheless a latest new release from the house of Lancome. It is none other than, of course, my favorite fragrance line from the Lancome fragrance house. This is Lancome La Nuit Tresor Intense. You guys, this one is a cherry fragrance. It's a beautiful, beautiful nutty cherry fragrance. There's loads of almond in here. It's quite sweet, like many cherry fragrances tend to be. It's got a beautiful rose note. That's the floral that stands out the most in here. Loads of vanilla, of course. The entire La Nuit Tresor line tends to have a lot of vanilla. So yeah, it opens with a beautiful rose note, you guys. It's very beautiful. And it has sour cherry, or I think it's sour cherry, or black cherry. No, I think it's sour cherry in here. There's almond in here, loads of vanilla, and a little hint of is it vetiver or some kind of woody note that really highlights the rose note in here. Absolutely love it. It's very, very feminine, very beautiful. How can I say? I can smell it from the atomizer, but I'm going to spray it anyway. Yeah, this is a very, like, there's a fruitiness, by the way, in here too, but that nuttiness is quite stunning with the cherry and the rose. It's a very beautiful nighttime fragrance. This is a huge compliment getter. Absolutely, absolutely love it. This is a going out, nighttime, to go out fragrance for sure. It can be worn any time of the year at nighttime, but I would say, since it is a cherry fragrance, wear it in the colder months at nighttime. So absolutely stunning. So this is La Nuit Tresor Intense. So that's it, you guys. Those are the latest, greatest fragrance releases that were just recently released that I wanted to share with you my thoughts on. So let me know down in the comment section, what are your thoughts on these fragrances? You know my thoughts. Do you have some of these? Do you plan to buy some of these? What is your experience with them? Have you all bought any of these yet? I mean, what about the YSL Libre, you guys, the Le Parfum? What do you think of that? And of course, none of you knew at all anything about the new Mmicallef beauty that no one has reviewed anywhere. So you saw it on my channel first. So what do you think about that? What do you think of the sound of it? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, don't forget that discount code for the Mmicallef fragrance is down in the description box. Check it out. I will list and link everything down below for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so and you watch my videos all the time. And ring the notification bell, because without ringing the notification bell, subscribing really doesn't matter anymore in terms of seeing my content. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post everything before I even talk about them here on YouTube. I will see you guys in my next video.